If you're a gym owner, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to price your gym. If you don't own a gym and you're thinking about starting your own gym, I suggest you watch this video. It's free. For those of you that are wondering, my name is George Roman. I am the owner and founder of Roman Empire Gym, a $5 million gym that's been in business for 7+ years and has done over 8 figures in lifetime sales, all from one location, without investors, without bank loans, and without paid advertisement. With that being said, let's get started. When it comes to pricing, there are 2 key factors. Number 1, how big is your facility? Not just in size, but how many parking spots do you have access to? How many restrooms do you have? How many different types of lifters can you cater to within your building? Number 2, how niche is your market? Are you catering to one specific type of lifter, like bodybuilders, powerlifters, CrossFitters, etc.? Or are you catering to multiple types of lifters? One thing I want you to keep in mind is that no matter the size, you can make a buttload of money as long as you have the following: a good training facility, a good pricing structure, and a good marketing strategy to target a specific customer within your niche. Here's a backstory. My 3rd year in business, back in 2020, we made a total of $841,000 in a 6,000 square foot building. And the only reason why we didn't make it past $900,000 is because we were shut down for 7 weeks due to COVID. If you're currently in a 15,000 square foot building or under, you have limited parking and restrooms, you cannot afford to be a cheap gym. Memberships should at least be $80 a month. You don't need a lot of people to make money. That's the beauty of being small. All you have to do is convince 300 local people to join your gym to break even. That's $24,000 a month just on EFTs. That's not including merch, supplements, beverages, passes, or personal training. Since you're on the smaller side, the more niche you are, the more you can cater to one specific type of lifter, the more you can charge. Figure out what type of client you are looking for and figure out how to acquire it through marketing/community/branding. Now let's flip it. If you have a 20,000 square foot building or over, you have 2 options. You can go the premium route, high cost of entry, low volume, or the affordable route, low cost of entry, high volume. They both have their pros and cons. If you decide to go the premium route, you're gonna have to make sure that you have a massive reach. You can do that through organic content, paid content, a referral program, influencer marketing, or all of the above. And by the way, influencer marketing doesn't mean a guy with a bunch of followers on Instagram. It can be your local high school PE teacher or a local business within a 5 to 10 mile radius. If you decide to go the affordable route, just make sure that you are constantly bringing in new leads and new members to offset the amount of people not picking up their phone when you try to collect payments at the beginning of the month. Unfortunately, cheap prices bring in cheap people, and 90% of the time, cheap customers demand the most and are the hardest to keep. There's no wrong or right way to go about it. If you go the premium route, $100 to $120 a month is a good place to start. And if you decide to go the affordable route, $35 to $50 a month will kill it. My personal experience, I have done both, and I will choose premium every single day. Now let me show you how I structure pricing at Roman Empire Gym and some of the tactics that I like to implement to boost monthly sales. When it comes to pricing, we have literally tested so many different options. We have been as low as $35, $50. We're currently now at $100. Whenever it comes to pricing, you have to make sure that you are just providing that value. I know a lot of you guys might think, well, I need a ridiculous amount of equipment to charge $100 a month. You really don't. You just have to niche down to one specific individual that's willing to pay X amount of money for your facility. I know I mentioned earlier that if you are 15,000 square feet or under, you should be at least at $80. And the reason why I say that is because it's really not that complicated to convince a small group of people to pay $80 for anything, as long as you are delivering that value. To give you guys an example, if you look at Supreme, they're charging $1,000+ for literally this exact same shirt that probably costs about the same amount of money to make. That should give you a clear answer that people are willing to pay whatever amount that you tell them to pay, as long as they see the value within that product. Now, that is your job to do as far as marketing goes, as far as branding goes. That's something that you're gonna have to build up yourself. Let me go ahead and break down the pricing of Roman Empire Gym just to give you guys an idea of how I personally like to run my numbers. I like to keep the options very, very small. On our monthly memberships, we only have 3 different options: a year paid in full, a 6-month paid in full, and a month-to-month option. Over the past 2 years, I have stayed away from promoting our monthly option. Why? Because I want to get my cash up front. One, I don't have to worry about collecting. I don't have to worry about if they're going to be paying or not. And 2, I am able to take that money that I get paid up front and do upgrades to the facility, dump in more on marketing, or add different things to the gym. This is super easy to teach any staff member. That's another reason why we like to keep the options very, very small. And it's also very easy to pitch these options to the customer. So whenever a customer walks in, I immediately stay away from our monthly option, which is our premium. I like to say we have a 1-year option, which is our most affordable option because we break it down. It's gonna be $960 for the full year. That's $80 a month, and it saves you $340 because this option does not have a sign-up fee. Now we're gonna move over to our 6-month option. This is gonna be our most popular option. It's $540 for the full 6 months. This one saves you $220. Again, this does not have a sign-up fee either. Now let's talk about our premium. We have a premium option. It's a month-to-month, no contract. It is gonna be $99.99 a month, and it has a one-time fee of $99.99. Our goal is to make sure that we land somewhere right here because, like I said, we want to collect the money up front. This is gonna be the downsell option. This is gonna be our last option right here. Once we break everything down and we end up here, believe it or not, 40% of people will more than likely end up doing the 6-month option. It just makes the most sense. I like to start off with this one and pitch this one as our most affordable option because whenever you break it down, it is our cheapest option, right? They just have to pay everything in full. Now, they might look at that and think it's a little bit too high, but by chopping the price almost down to half, we have our most popular option, which is $540. That is why this sells the most out of all these 3 options. Don't get me wrong, we do try to push for our month-to-months as well. If they don't have $540, if they don't have $960 to drop that specific day. The downsell will be to get them here on our premium. They do have to pay that one-time fee, like I said. So in total, they're gonna be bringing $200 right there plus taxes. We do offer military and first responders discounts. 20% off of literally every option they get. We can do that 20% off of our monthly, 6-month, or our yearly. It doesn't matter. If for some reason this is too expensive and they don't want to go with any of those options, we still have ways to downsell because now we are here. And the way we like to downsell is the exact same thing. You don't want to pay $200. Well, what about $150? So we have our month passes. Month passes are $149.99 plus tax. If they cannot afford this, then let's get them in here for a week. Now we have our week passes. Week passes are $99.99 plus tax. That gives them a whole week to try out the gym. Now, if this is too high, well, we have our day pass. Our day pass is $29.99 plus tax, and it gives them access to the gym for 24 hours. What happens if an individual wants to sign up after trying out the gym? And that's gonna come down to you to make sure that the customer signs up by providing good customer service, a clean facility, and just a good community to be in. If a person wants to sign up, whatever option they end up downselling to, all of this gets applied to whatever option they want up here. We wanna make sure that it's not a waste of money on their end. It encourages them to spend money right then and there whenever you have them in your facility in front of you. And if they do want to sign up, it's not a waste of money. They can put that towards whatever option they want here. That has completely changed the game. One, I don't have to do anything free. I don't have to do free trials. I don't have to do any of those things. Every trial is paid. Every customer that's in here, it's paying to be here. Your current customers are going to appreciate this because they're paying a lot of money to be here. We want to make sure that anybody else that walks in through that door has to pay to be here as well. This price instruction has literally made me millions over the past couple of years. Why do I recommend every gym to be at a premium price as opposed to being an affordable option? There's a lot of affordable gyms out there already. You have Planet Fitness, you have Crunch. I can name 10 of them because there's just so many options out there. There's not a lot of premium gyms that are actually delivering a premium customer service, premium equipment, a premium facility. Now, you don't have to be a ginormous facility to do this. You just have to make sure that you are training your staff properly to make sure that they're providing good customer service. You have to hire a good cleaning company. If you're still doing the cleaning yourself, that's fine. If you can't afford to bring in a cleaning company, that's fine. Just make sure that it gets done and make sure that it gets done frequently because a lot of people value cleanliness a lot. And whenever it comes to equipment, sometimes we feel like we need to have millions and millions of dollars of equipment to be at this price point. You really don't. Roman Empire Gym caters to bodybuilders and powerlifters, so we cater to two different types of people because we have the space to do it. If you don't have the space to do bodybuilding and powerlifting, just pick one. You can copy and paste this exact same price strategy, and if you don't want to copy the exact same numbers that we have in here, you can at least copy the same structure. Having three different options, pitching the biggest, most expensive option as the most affordable option, making sure that you teach your staff to break down every single option that you have. I have seen gyms that have 10 different options to choose from. It makes it complicated on the customer. This is clean. This is easy to teach. This is easy to digest. We start off here, year pass, 6-month pass, monthly. That doesn't work. Then we downsell to month pass, week pass, day pass. I'm telling you guys, this is going to completely change your gym. If you own a gym, go to our website. Go check out all the options that we have. Go to our Instagram page, Roman Empire Gym. Look at literally how we market, how we like for customers to perceive us. We want to make sure that we are a high-end gym that cares about bodybuilding, that cares about powerlifting. We just want to make sure that we are attracting the right customers. Those are the customers that are going to pay this every single time. If you don't own a gym yet, make sure that you focus on creating a good training facility before even opening. I have seen a lot of companies that start with off-brand equipment. There is nothing wrong with that, but just make sure that if you are going to do that, you start replacing equipment as you start making money. You start bringing in good brands like Watson, Atlantis, Panada. There's so many gym brands nowadays, right? If you're going to be charging prices like this, you have to deliver on your end. You can't just go up on price, or you can't just be charging this just because you think your facility is worth that. The market might not sustain that, especially if there's a lot of competition around you, which there more than likely is. There's literally gyms popping up every other week. Crazy, right? That is gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, make sure to subscribe. Also, what are the topics you guys want me to cover? If you are struggling to get customers into your gym, or maybe you just have a few questions, right? Feel free to click the link below, answer the questionnaire, and one of my staff members will reach out to you if it's something we can help you with. If it is something we can help you with, I would love to hop on a phone call with you and we can talk about some of those problems that you're currently having. Again, make sure to subscribe, and until next time, peace.